Hello everyone, today's video is going to be my update for my Pan That Face palette, which is the Coverfx Perfector face palette in the shade Light Medium. This I received in a BoxyCharm many moons ago, and it just needs to be completed. I did focus on it and pan it in 2024. I went through all of those photos in the intro, and this is going to be very exciting because I have 2 new pans. Also, elephant in the room, my hair I did get done. It's also cut a little bit. There was so many split ends. It was crazy. It was bad. So I told her to cut like 3 to 4 inches off, and she thought I was crazy, but I'm like, dude, it's been a long time. Like, we just need to get it gone. So I did get my hair done, and then also, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but I wanted a little bit of calico. So I have some blonde pieces in the back, and I have some black pieces in the back. Where I work, I can't have like unnaturally colored hair, so just doing a little taste just seemed a good option. And then maybe the next time I get my hair done, I will get the calico higher up on my head. It's this peekaboo calico, but then because if you guys know, my hair was very grown out before, so half of my head was a different color than the other half of my head. So we dyed the entire rest of my head as close to my natural hair color as we could. When it grew out, it didn't look as bad. But anyway, got my hair done. You'll see a video or 2 with the old hair, but I'm sure I had it up, so you probably didn't notice it at all. But anyway, we are going to go over my Coverfx face palette, and this is really exciting because my numbers aren't very exciting, but the progress is very exciting. Also, I want to show you guys how colorful my book is going to be. I will have to probably draw a new section soon, but look how colorful and cute it is. I want to let you guys know that this little clasp here is a little broken. So who knows? It doesn't really clasp anymore. That happened, I think, this morning. This is what the palette is currently looking like in comparison to what it looked like last update. I don't know if you guys can see the shiny pans that we have in this month's update. We also have some pan expansion. Now I only have 1 more shade to hit pan on, and that's really exciting. I am super happy and super proud. But this is what the palette is looking like in comparison to last month. First off, very proud of myself for focusing on this palette and really working on this palette. And my goal with this palette is to reach for it at bare minimum 15 times a month. I am wearing all of the colors today on my face, so you can see all of it on my face today, but I am trying to finish everything in this palette except for this shade. I don't like this shade, and I am not going to use that shade, but everything else is free game. Like, my goal is to use up everything, but I know like this blush I definitely will not be able to finish because I don't even have pan on it yet. I may be able to finish this product, but I definitely want to finish these 3 products at least and get some really good use out of the blushes. I'm hopeful I can finish a lot of these products by the end of the year, and I just really, I don't know, I'm nostalgic about this palette, but after this year it does need to go, and I would like to focus on some other products that are in my collection. But let's just go over usage and weights and everything like that. So my goal, like I said, is to use this palette at bare minimum 15 times. I got a lot of good usage last update. Last update was really successful in terms of usage goals, and this update is really successful because of like visual progress. My usage for May was 15 uses, which is the least amount of use that I've used this palette so far this year. Last update I used it 21 times. I just haven't been using this because I usually pull it out for the bronzer, and I have another bronzer in a project, and I kind of like that bronzer more, and I don't know. I haven't really been reaching for this as often as I should. but I did use it 15 times this month, which is very exciting, and I did hit the 15 use minimum goal. My weights, the grams changed by 1, the ounces did not change at all. Back in May, it weighed 159 grams or 5.57 ounces, and in June, it is 158 grams or 5.57 ounces. First off, I can't believe it's June already. Like, to me, I only have 3 days left, but I'm not going to be home. So by the time you're seeing this, it's definitely June. I can't believe June is already here. And we're going to get to all the usage on each shade. I don't really have a usage goal on the 3 main shades here because these are products I can use every day and not feel like I am neglecting my collection, even though I am kind of neglecting my collection. But the blush lighter and the blush, I do have a 10 use goal each month because I do want to rotate and use all my other blushes as well. Blush is one of those things that, like, I could use every day. This like bronzer highlighter thing I don't use, and I have not had any usage on this for the entire year, and it's not going to get used. So we're going to pass on this shade. The highlighter. I used the highlighter 12 times in May for a total of 71 uses for 2026 as a whole. I don't have any usage from 24 and prior when I attempted to pan this in 24, but this highlight got 12 uses this month, and I think the pan expanded a little bit. I really do like this highlighter. It's a simple champagne. I really do enjoy it. Then we have the blush lighter, which this is the one where we got a nice little pan. I told you guys next update, like, I knew I was close. Like, the pan itself was really shallow, and I was just patiently waiting for this to hit pan. I only used it 5 times in May, and I used this 2 additional times, and then I hit pan on it. I could have had pan last update, but we didn't. But I have pan this update, and I did use it 5 times in May, and I used it a total of 38 times in 2026. I think that is pretty good use, and overall, especially that one corner, the pan is pretty shallow. So I'm hopeful the more I use it, the more pan expansion. I'm currently using a stipple brush for my blush, so that kind of pokes at the product more than a normal blush. So hopefully I can get a little bit more usage that way. This bronzer, I did repress it back in, April, and I repressed it with some of this finishing powder. That's why it looks a little marbled, but I have 2 pans in there. This was a surprise pan. I did not notice that I was going to hit pan on it this quickly. I used it a total of 13 times. This is always my most used product in this palette, and I used it 13 times. I don't remember at what usage I hit pan on it, but it definitely was a surprise pan. I may have to repress it again to push it all back into the middle, but right now I can use it just fine. For a total of 75 uses so far in 2026. And this one I am expecting to be finished with first, and then hopefully the next one will be the finishing powder. So this finishing powder, I pretty much use as the actual finishing powder. I buff it over my blush, bronzer, and highlighter so it kind of looks uniform, all looks one. Like, when you look at my cheeks, you're not seeing Neapolitan ice cream. You're seeing a gradual flush over my cheeks, so I really like using this for that reason. I am using this finishing powder over a different finishing powder that I like much more. This is just a lot thicker, whereas my other finishing powder is a thinner formula, and it just gives more of a luminous sheen. This one, I don't know if you can tell, it has like little glimmers of sparkle in it, but I did use it 11 times in May, for a total of 71 uses in 2026. The last and final product is this blush, and I don't know if you guys can see, there is not much of a dip, and I don't know if you can tell by the pan, like on the height of the pan here. Like, I don't think I'm anywhere close to pan. When I put my finger in it, there is just a very slight dip, but nothing spectacular. This is the color, since I already swatched it with my finger. I do not see myself getting pan on this anytime soon. I hope to hit pan on it before the end of the year, so at least it has some very good progress. But this blush is very pigmented. It is also very densely packed. I remember it took me a very long time for this bronzer to hit pan, and this bronzer is a much smoother formula, or like not, it's still a very smooth powder, but this is just like densely packed in there. The bronzer was not as densely packed, and it took me a while, a long time, to hit pan on the bronzer. But the blush, I unfortunately don't see pan coming very soon. But I have pan on everything else that I would really want at this point. I am proud of my blush usage. So I did use it 7 times in May for a total of 44 uses in 2026, which is really exciting. My goals for next update are going to be the same as my goals prior. 15 uses using this palette, and I would like to get 10 uses on the blush lighter and the blush, just to make sure I'm making steady progress, and those are things I don't use every single time I do my makeup. I did not reach those goals. Blush lighter got used 5 times, the blush got used 7 times. Most of the time I do mix them together to make a glowy blush. I really love this palette. Coverfx made beautiful powders, and I think it looks very natural on the skin. Like, it doesn't look powdery, it doesn't look like heavy or anything. I love this palette. It's just very old and it needs to go. But that is my update for my Pan That Face palette, and I hope you guys enjoy seeing some lovely progress. I'm super excited to have 2 additional pans. Granted, the bronzer already had major pan in it, but I re-hit pan. If you guys enjoy project panning content, I do have a project pan playlist, and I'll link that down below. And if you enjoy makeup related content, eyeshadow related content, project panning, this is the channel for you. I hope you subscribe. Make sure you like this video, hype it up so more people can find my channel and this video. Comment down below, are you guys panning a palette? Are you doing a face palette? Are you doing an eyeshadow palette? I do not really pan eyeshadow anymore, but I'm thinking for next year, I may bring in an eyeshadow project. I'm thinking that would probably be a good choice because I have taken a long break from panning eyeshadow, and I would like to dabble back into it a little bit more. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I love and appreciate you all so much, and I shall see you guys next time.